Most men get this part completely wrong. They believe that if a woman likes them, she'll make it clear. But the reality is often the opposite. Many times when a woman feels genuine attraction toward you, she'll actually go out of her way to conceal it. Sounds strange, doesn't it? But that's exactly how female psychology works. Women are emotional, yes, but they are also strategic when it comes to attraction. She may be interested, yet instead of being direct, she'll test you, pull back, or even act disinterested. And if you don't know how to recognize those hidden signals, you'll miss your chance without even realizing it. Here's the thing, there's a reason women behave like this. They're naturally careful about showing interest because they don't want to appear desperate, lose control, or put themselves at risk of rejection. Think about it for a moment. Men are usually the ones who chase, while women usually position themselves. That means her attraction won't always come out through her words, but instead through subtle gestures, small adjustments in her behavior, and signs that most men don't notice. What makes this even more frustrating is how easily men misinterpret it. Some assume she's just being polite, while others believe she isn't interested at all and walk away completely. Meanwhile, she's silently waiting for you to catch the subtle hints she's dropping. Let me be direct. If you can't read these hidden cues, you'll always think women are confusing. But once you understand the way they operate, it's like flipping on a light switch. Suddenly, everything she does makes sense. You'll be able to see when she's truly attracted, even when she's trying hard to disguise it. And that awareness gives you an advantage most men will never experience. So in this video, I'm breaking down the real signs a woman likes you, but is hiding it. And no, I'm not talking about cliché tips like, she laughs at your jokes. I'm talking about deeper, more subtle, psychological signals women display when they like you, but don't want you to know. Welcome to Anonymous Achiever. If you're serious about understanding women on a deeper level, not just wasting time on guessing games, you're in the right place. Number 1. She gets nervous around you but tries to play it cool. One of the most overlooked signs that a woman likes you, yet hides it, is her nervousness. Here's where men get confused. They often think nervousness equals discomfort or disinterest. But in truth, when a woman is attracted, her emotions heighten, and her body reacts before her mind can cover it up. That's why you'll catch small signs of tension. She fiddles with her phone, plays with her hair, or adjusts her clothes when you're nearby. These aren't random quirks. They're subconscious responses triggered by her awareness of your presence and her desire to look good around you. The tricky part is that, even while she feels nervous, she'll try to mask it by acting casual. She doesn't want you to realize too quickly, because that would make her feel exposed. So she may look away quickly after eye contact, or even use a colder tone to cover the fact that she's actually excited you're there. If you don't understand this, you'll mistake her distance as lack of interest, when in reality, it's the exact opposite. Another giveaway is her voice. A woman's tone often reveals what she doesn't want to say. If she likes you but doesn't want you to notice, her voice might shift. Sometimes softer, sometimes a little higher. It's not planned, it's emotion leaking out. Compare how she speaks to you with how she speaks to other men. You'll notice the difference. Watch her in group settings too. If you enter a room and she suddenly straightens her posture, adjusts her clothes, or subtly shifts how she presents herself, that's not coincidence. That's her being hyper-aware of your presence. Now here's where most men ruin it. They either ignore the signals entirely, or they call her out with something, like, "Why are you so nervous?" Doing that only shuts her down because you've exposed what she wanted hidden. The smart move is to remain calm and confident. Let her be a little nervous. That's actually a compliment. Women don't get nervous around men they have no interest in. If she's completely casual and unaffected, chances are you don't matter to her. But if she's trying hard to seem unaffected while her habits give her away, you've already left an impression. So when you notice her fidgeting more, shifting her tone, or becoming hyper-aware, don't mistake it for rejection. That's attraction in disguise. Stay composed, and she'll eventually reveal it more openly. Number 2. Her eyes say more than her words. If there's one thing a woman can't fully control, it's her eyes. She may regulate her tone, her words, even her overall attitude, but her gaze will always betray her. When a woman likes you but tries to conceal it, her eyes often reveal what her mouth won't. Let's start with eye contact. Normally, someone will hold your gaze for a few seconds before looking away. But with attraction, that dynamic shifts. Sometimes she'll hold eye contact longer, like she's trying to connect. Other times, she'll look away faster than normal, because the moment feels too vulnerable. Either way, it feels different. If she looks at you and then glances away with a small smile or a quick neutral expression, that's her attraction peeking out before she hides it again. Another giveaway is how often her eyes find you when they don't need to. In a group, notice where her gaze goes when she's not speaking. If her eyes land back on you consistently, that's interest. Women check on the men they like, even when they pretend they're not. Then there's the lingering glance, the look that lasts just a second longer than it should. Or the moment when her eyes flicker toward your mouth while you're talking. That's her subconscious mind showing physical attraction. Now, if you unexpectedly catch her staring, her reaction speaks volumes. A woman who isn't attracted won't care if you notice. She'll hold her gaze casually. But one who secretly likes you will quickly look away, act busy, or check her phone, almost as if you just uncovered something she wanted hidden. And don't overlook her pupils or the way her eyes light up when you speak. Those are physiological responses she can't fake. If her words are neutral, but her eyes are glowing with energy, believe what you see. Men often miss this because they focus too much on words. But words can be controlled. Eyes are harder to disguise. Here's the truth. If her mouth tells you she's just being friendly, but her gaze keeps finding you, her attraction is real. She may not want you to know yet, but her eyes already gave her away. Number 3. Body language that betrays her attraction. A woman's body language always speaks before her mouth does. Even if she wants to hide her interest, her physical cues slip through because they're unconscious. If you pay attention, her body often reveals what her words deny. Watch how she positions herself. If she consistently angles toward you in a group, that's not by chance. People naturally turn toward those they're drawn to. On the flip side, if she angles away or closes herself off, it usually signals disinterest. When she likes you, but doesn't want to show it, her body still betrays her. Another clue is distance. Women protect their personal space around men they don't like. But if she's attracted, she'll close that gap. Maybe she stands a little closer, brushes past you lightly, or leans in while you're talking. These small invasions of space are deliberate signs of comfort and attraction. Her hands give her away too. She might play with her hair, touch her neck, or adjust her clothes. Not always to look better, but often out of nervous energy. If she fidgets more around you than others, that's her body reacting to you. Mirroring is another subtle cue. If she mirrors your movements, crossing her legs when you do, leaning back when you lean back, or picking up her drink when you pick up yours, it's a subconscious way of aligning with you. Even her posture changes. Around men she doesn't care for, she stays relaxed or even closed off. But around someone she likes, she might straighten, pull her shoulders back, or subtly arch her back to emphasize femininity. And don't forget her feet. In psychology, it's often said that feet point toward what we're truly interested in. If her feet angle toward you while she talks to others, you're the real focus of her attention. Women can disguise their words, but their bodies betray them. If you're observant, her body language will always speak before her lips do. Number 4. The accidental jealousy test. When a woman likes you but doesn't want you to know, she often uses jealousy as a strategy. She won't admit her feelings outright, but she'll create situations to test how you react. It's subtle, but once you recognize it, it's obvious. For instance, she might casually bring up another man, mentioning something funny he said or how he texted her. On the surface, it seems innocent, but underneath, she's watching you closely. She's studying your energy, whether you get annoyed, act indifferent, or start questioning her. Your reaction gives her insight into how much you actually care. Sometimes, she'll flirt lightly with another man in front of you, not because she wants him, but to see if you'll respond. She might laugh a bit louder at his joke, or touch his arm slightly. Women know this triggers men, and if she likes you, she wants to see if you'll show a protective or competitive side. Other times, the test shows up online. Maybe she posts certain pictures knowing you'll see them, or she hints about hanging out with someone new. Again, it's not about replacing you. It's about measuring your response. Women do this because it's safer than asking directly. If she flat out asks if you like her, she risks rejection. But if she triggers jealousy, she learns how you feel without exposing herself. Here's the problem. Most men fail the test. They either overreact, getting upset, demanding answers, or trying to outperform the other guy, which shows insecurity. Or they act completely indifferent, which can make her think you don't care at all. The best response is balance. Stay calm and playful. If she brings up another guy, respond with light confidence, something like, "That's cool, but I'm hard to beat." That way, you're showing composure while still making it clear you're not threatened. What she's really looking for here is emotional strength. If you pass the jealousy test, she'll feel more drawn to you, even if she continues pretending she doesn't. Number 5, the push-pull game. One of the most confusing behaviors a woman shows when she likes you but doesn't want you to know is the push-pull game. This is when she gives you attention, affection, or signs of interest, then suddenly pulls back, acting cold or distant. To most men, it feels maddening, but in reality, it's a sign she's wrestling with her own feelings. Here's how it plays out. One moment, she's warm, playful, laughing, maybe touching your arm. You start thinking, she's definitely into me. Then, almost instantly, she turns cold. Short replies, less eye contact, distant energy. You're left wondering if you imagined the earlier connection. This back and forth isn't random. Women use push-pull when they like you but fear being too vulnerable. It's a test of your consistency. If she pulls away and you immediately panic or chase, she knows she has the upper hand. But if you stay calm and unaffected, she sees you're solid, and that raises your value. Push-pull also creates tension. By keeping you guessing, she ensures you stay engaged. If she were predictable, you might lose interest. But by mixing warm and cold, she becomes a mystery, and mystery is powerful. Sometimes this happens through texting. She'll message you enthusiastically one day, then take hours to reply the next. Or she'll cancel plans last minute, then come back later with more energy. To you, it feels inconsistent. To her, it's a way of testing your emotional steadiness. Many men fail by chasing harder when she pulls back. They think more effort will fix it, but that only weakens their position. The right move is to mirror her energy without losing your confidence. If she withdraws, stay composed. Keep your life moving. Show her you're not dependent on her approval. That stability is what makes her lean back toward you. So don't mistake push-pull for rejection. It's proof she feels something, but is testing your strength. Handle it correctly, and her attraction deepens. Number 6, jealousy without admission. Another hidden indicator is how she handles jealousy. A woman who likes you won't admit it directly. Instead, she'll express it indirectly. For example, if you're talking to another woman, even casually, she might suddenly go quiet, act distracted, or give shorter responses. That's her masking jealousy without admitting it. Sometimes she'll do the opposite. Speak louder, make a joke, or insert herself into the conversation, trying to pull your attention back. Other times, she might tease you sarcastically, saying things like, "Wow, she seems into you." But beneath the sarcasm lies the sting of jealousy. She may even mirror your behavior by mentioning other men, a friend, an ex, or even a celebrity crush. Not because she's truly interested in them, but because she wants to see if you'll react the way she just did. The key thing is this: jealousy always ties back to desire. If she didn't care, she wouldn't react. Indifference, not jealousy, is the real opposite of attraction. Now, most men mess this up by either calling her out, "Are you jealous?" or trying to make her more jealous on purpose. Both backfire. If you confront her, she'll deny it. If you push too hard, she may pull away. The better move is to notice it without overreacting. Stay confident and unaffected. That way, you prove you're secure and her attraction for you strengthens. Hidden jealousy, more than almost anything, reveals how she truly feels. Number 7, the mixed signals game. One of the strongest signs a woman likes you, but won't admit it, is when she sends mixed signals. To men, it feels confusing, but to her, it's a way of balancing attraction with control. One day, she's warm, flirty, engaging. The next, she's distant or cold. This push and pull isn't random. It's her way of protecting herself. Attraction makes women vulnerable. By mixing connection with withdrawal, she keeps herself safe while testing how you'll respond. Mixed signals look like this. She texts you first one day, ignores your message the next. She laughs at your jokes and compliments you, then follows it up with something like, "Don't get cocky." She's revealing attraction in doses, then pulling it back before it becomes obvious. The mistake men make is reacting too strongly. They get excited when she's warm, then anxious when she's cold. That roller coaster makes them lose control. Instead, you need to be steady. Don't mirror her inconsistency. When she's warm, enjoy it. When she's distant, stay calm and keep moving. Here's the truth. Mixed signals are still signals. Indifference doesn't look like this. If she really didn't care, she wouldn't text, flirt, or play games at all. Mixed signals mean she feels something real but is protecting herself. And here's the beauty. When you handle her inconsistency with calmness, her respect for you rises. She realizes you're not like other men who get thrown off by her moods. Instead, you become the steady presence she subconsciously craves. And that steadiness is what deepens her attraction. The truth about women is simple. They almost never express exactly what they feel up front. Instead, they communicate attraction through subtle cues, hidden gestures, and unconscious behaviors that only show if you know what to watch for. Her glances, her adjustments in appearance, her nervous habits, her sudden changes in mood, none of these are random. They're signals, ways of saying, "I like you, but I can't risk being too obvious." Most men miss these cues because they're waiting for women to be direct. But women rarely are. They live in nuance, in hints, in layers of subtle communication designed to protect their emotions while still showing interest. That's why the men who succeed with women aren't necessarily the richest, the best-looking, or the smoothest talkers. They're the ones who can read between the lines without losing themselves. So here's the takeaway. Stop focusing only on her words. Pay attention to her actions, her body language, her patterns of attention. Those are the real answers. And when you see the hidden signs, don't call them out, don't get needy, and don't rush. Stay calm, stay steady. Let her attraction reveal itself naturally. Because once you learn how to decode what she's truly showing you, you stop playing her game, and instead, you start winning it. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.